extremely difficult to counter. When it attacks you from the sides or from behind, but when it attacks you from the front, then you can do it. That's the key. That's the... Get out of the room. Get out of the room. Anyways, they will chase us. Get out of the room. Get out of the room. Follow. Idiots. Here. Get out of the room. Very well. This should be enough. Now. Everyone attack that shit. You. Plum Bum Heavy Arm. Plum Bum Arm. Whatever. Go ahead. And in my case, the difference in speed should allow me to isolate the Grolms. Gruldur moves over there and attacks from behind as the main DPS. Go. Wreck that guy. Wreck that guy. And I will... Are they coming? Yeah, they are coming. But that won't help them. That won't help them. Because I will hit them all together in here. And that way... Oh, another knockdown. Maybe I have to increase their constitution or some shit like that. Though this is a very good positioning, if you ask me. It's kind of like perfect. No. Come over here. Keep hitting that thing. No. No. They are going straight for them. That fireball spell is so slow. And it damages all of them. And it damages all of them. That stupid fireball spell is so slow. It's so slow. It's so slow. So disgustingly slow. Plum Bum Heavy Arm. It's so disgustingly slow. It would faint. And here I was mentioning that the game was easier than Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, well, Dragon Age Origins is much worse in that sense. The worst part is that the area of effect damage of the melee attacks the damage is terrible. Like that roundhouse that you see that I don't use is absolutely... There's a reason why I don't use it, because it's useless. Oh, we have a Grolm on us here. How did this guy made it up to this point? Wendala, kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Fucking kill it. Foreground, go windmill. That way he will counter the attacks. He'll reflect the damage. And also, well, he's not giving them his back, so good. Traldar shit. Traldar. You're being knocked down by those Grolms. Hey, he took... The dice rolls were a bit better this time. Well, I have a desperate move. Lighting that thing on fire again. I just hope I can survive this. I mean... risky. But if that fireball connects... Traldar will get up and probably will come. I'll make him come over here, finish off the other two Grolms. Get up, Traldar, please get up. Get up. Get up. Gwendala, now's your chance. Oh, don't tell me the fireball already. No. No, it's that Cyclops. Hitting the ground. Well, hitting the ground, causing those earthquakes there. That one. Rain of arrows on that one. Kill that one. Kill that one. It will be out of range. I'll be taking some damage because they are targeting my back. Traldar, you're still dead. No, well, not dead, knocked down. Get out of there. Now. You, potion. Prepare for impact. Brace for impact. It's coming. Traldar. Kill those two that are attacking me. You. Kill that one. I'll do the summon after the fireball so it doesn't take the damage. Quite intelligent. Quite intelligent. I will reactivate Gwendala's summon after the fireball so it doesn't take damage. Get out there. Good. Casualties? Only Foregrim is on fire. Good. You too. You too. Kill these two and attract them over here. Foregrim might need a potion. Foregrim might need a potion, but he's quite resistant. He should have a problem. He shouldn't. Ah, right. You cannot select the inventory of characters that are knocked down. Now, we activate the summon, and they should be coming for us. Kill that one. No, Traldar, no, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Target from there. Did my buffs run out? No. Good. And I will act as a tank as Foregrim recovers. Traldar can kill them. Summon. I see a summon over there. Perfect. At full health. This boss fight is certainly... taking a toll on me. Plum Bomb Heavy Armor. Let's go. Lower the damage. We need to be tanks right now. Well, Gwendala, you have the perfect angle. Promise I don't see shit. I don't see shit. Why is the camera restricted there? I cannot see them. There's a fucking camera restricted there. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but those two are almost there. So Gwendala will hit that one. That one. Yes. Yes. Yes, that one. That one. Yes. Properly targeted. I'm out of mana. Here I depleted all of my... No, not mana, my endurance. I depleted all of my endurance there. Plum Bomb. Plum Bomb. Go. And then Quaff a Potion. Go. Go. Forgrim is back. Let me preemptively... Ah, look at that. The potion did transfer. It's just that you cannot activate it. You cannot put it in the slot bar. Plum Bomb. Ready. Potion. Go. I'll let Forgrim recover there. Defensive style is still up. I still have a bit more. As he hits me, the endurance is consumed for extra parries. What? Where are you going? Don't tell me he's going after Gwendala. Oh well. It'll be your loss. She's way too far away. I know he's going for Forgrim. Good. Gwendala, just tell me that you're attacking from that distance. After that undead Grolm, it's almost dead. That's the idea. I recovered health. Okay, I'm out of resources, but I can still fight. Quickly. This is a decisive moment. We need to kill the Grolms as fast as we can. Because if we can do that, I need to be very, very careful regarding none of my characters dying. But if they survive, Forgrim might need another potion. Sorry that I have it paused so much, but it is pretty much required. It's a very, very brutal boss fight. Not dead yet. I wonder if Gwendala is actually dealing the damage. That one was Trallar, I believe. No. Trallar. Hit that one. Shit, that one caused a ghost to appear. Where's that arrow? Yeah, there it is. Keep going after that one. Kill him. Three seconds. No. Refresh. Change of plans. Here. Trallar? I will do something. Trallar, instead of that one, come finish off this one. Finish off that one. Come on, those two have to die. Come on. Plum Bomb. Good. Where's Gwendala? What's Gwendala doing here? Alright, deal with the ghost. Make sure these idiots are attacking the correct ones. More there, go. Nice. Oh, what else does it take for that one to die? Thunderbolt, go. Kill him. Take some distance from target. And hit. Hit it. We are there, people, we are there. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There we go. That one finally died. Keep going, Trolldor. Don't waste attacks. I've successfully separated them. Good. Good. We got them. We got them. We still have enough for a spell. I depleted all of my resources. I will. Use all you have, Trolldor. Use everything you have. We are there. Just one more attack. Keep going. How's the one that the bear is dealing with? Cannot see it. Oh good, the bear almost has that one. Yeah, it's a pretty good tank. Counter. Go windmill. That will counter the attacks. There. It skipped that attack. Good. How's the spell doing there? Good. Yeah, I should save some. I should have saved some more astral energy here to refresh the salmon. But yeah, pretty much it's required. It's pretty much required there. She's pretty much surrounded there. Well, surrounded. She's being targeted there. Good. That one died. This one died. Good. The chain of command is breaking, and look at that. The Cyclops also doesn't have a lot of damage, of health left. Well, we don't have any more energy, but well. Gwendolyn, you will have to get separate a bit more. They are slow. They do have a weakness. There we'll go for Grimmy's over here. He's tanking that thing. Yeah, the fireball. Without the fireball spell, this would have been pretty much impossible. Did the Grolm kill my bear? No, it's still alive. Look at that. He's knocked down, I believe. Good. Only one more. We got this, we got this, we got this. Oh, I don't think so. You're not attacking that bear. I blocked the path there. Good positioning. It turns into a ghost. You think I didn't predict that? Oh, the plum bomber. Go. Refresh. Refresh. Refresh it. How about here? You killed the ghost, right? Yep. Just dive. Just dive. Attack the boss then. Ah no, wait. She has 7? 7 should be enough. Oh well, whatever, I'm doing it. Anyways. Hit the boss. Hit the boss. I'm already casting it. Anyways. Hit the boss, hit the boss. Anyways, I need to refresh this up. Nicely done. Did you cast that shit? No. One more second. There we go. Trolldor, you hit the boss. Or no, hit this one. Hit this one. Get rid of the ghost. 7. I need 24 to refresh. Good. Well, I needed some potions, but very, very well done. Nicely done. Now, the 3 from behind. The 3 attack that... Indeed we did. That shit was 20. It was a brutal boss fight. 25 minutes or more than 25. Cyclops' skull. Wow. Well, 38, 24, 9 seconds there. Well, that was brutal. But my positioning was much better. Well. Time for my prize. What? How do I get the helm? Well, first, let's remove the poison. Look at that, Forgrim and Gwendolyn didn't get poisoned. That was the key. That's the key. Only the guys that were dealing with the Grolms took the poison, not the others. I am surprised that bear performed very well. I don't know what I would do without that bear summon. I can imagine someone getting up to this point without summons. Yeah, that's dangerous. Probably that the Genie is even a better summon, but yeah, I already have problems in terms of, you know, maybe I have to activate this. Small monoliths of warm look at your measure of yeah, by touching it. Oh, there it is. We get the helm. Perfect sense of epicness. Perfect sense of epicness of having the helm here. Ah, well, it's part of the main quest. For the adamantine heart, I told you he's the pilgrim, the previous dragon pilgrim. Remember, we are the 9th or the 10th. You must be Argoran, son of Artorshan, the Dragon Quest challenger and bearer of the legendary Helm of Fire. Solgorax told me about you. Were you searching for the adamantine heart? Were you trapped here because you didn't have any more discs for the portal to Murolosh? There is so much I cannot remember. I know that I wanted to open the Cyclopean door with the key I found in the portal chamber. Yeah, we did that last time. Whatever I was looking for was behind the door, then suddenly he reached out of the wall and grabbed me, the Cyclops. Do you mean he who guards the treasure? What kind of creature is he? He is the master of the Grolms, a spirit full of rage and madness that still bears his crown. He is more powerful than any of the Grolms you have encountered so far. He defeated me in a ferocious battle, then he tore the helmet of fire from my head and took my dear Angrosha's amulet, the disc for the portal, and 2 of the Cyclopean keys. I only managed to hide the last key from him. Yeah, the one that we got. Then I presume you only managed to explore part of the cave system. Did you manage to find the other keys again? No, I couldn't explore any further. The wounds that he inflicted bled terribly and I knew my time was near, but I clung to this world. I became a ghost and waited here to warn any who might follow in my footsteps. Thank you, ghostly comrade. Look, I bear the shield of Fendrel, a reward for my success in the dragon quests. Like yourself, I have set out to find the adamantine heart, and I intend to complete the task that the Oracle has set the Dragon Quest challengers. What will happen to you now? For the first time in centuries, I feel hope. Yes, hope. You should be the new bearer of the Helm of Fire that you successfully wrestled from the Grolm's vermin. You are the one who will complete my work. You do not have far to go. I will await you in the portal cave. This smells of final dungeon, if you ask me. I mean, the journey's coming full circle. And we got with that we got the legendary Helm of Fire. 6 points of defense against 3, and it will allow us to cast spells, and look at that, it boosts precisely the courage, and the problem with the charisma is precisely that I fought some amoebas and I still have that rotten stink there. It shouldn't affect us a lot. Well, we are lacking the graves of the graves of the armor, but as for the rest, we are pretty much complete. We're pretty much complete. Look at that, a crusader, a complete crusader in golden armor and all. The shield was the biggest boost so far. What does it have any special property? Helm of Fire. The masterpiece, image from a regular hardline, where from fire, and a spell where we're in this one. Yeah, it probably boosts some of the stats. Okay. Oh, don't tell me you can go on. I wonder if the skull of the Cyclops is used for something. Same for the skull of the dragon and the basilisk, but the dungeon goes on. Now I didn't expect this. Ooh, I didn't expect this. It goes on. What is this? Grolm control panel. Then the other side is useless because this goes on. This goes on. This goes on. Armor. Ah, they're just ghosts. Shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. So now we're finally going down there. Grolm control panel. Well, I guess I have to go back and explore the other side. I mean, pretty much there. It's pretty much there. It's pretty much right there. That Cyclops boss fight was brutal. I don't know what else the game could throw at us. Well, that wraith that he mentioned, some kind of wraith, some kind of Lich King that I don't know. There must be some Grolms up ahead. Yeah, if I remember correctly. So activate the buffs then. Let's go buff, buff, buff. Then we reactivate all of the buffs. Go ahead. One more for the salmon. And that's it. Alright. Let's enter once again this Grolm city. What the fuck? Right. No, this is where I... What the? No, I've been here. No. This is where I activated the mechanism. here. Then the Grolm control room. No. No. It has to be to the west. Yeah, to the west of the map. Pretty much. Yeah. There. That it triggered the cinematic, right? It triggered. Alright, then this is just Banos, I think. Yes, I was saying, pretty good reference to Lord of the Rings there. Amazing reference. I presume it's a dead end because it's a dead end because then you cannot skip the skeleton cyclops boss fight over there as we just did. Like you cannot skip that boss fight that we did. It would be stupid to allow the player to skip that boss fight. Amazing difficulty, by the way, that boss fight that we just did. There we go, strange apparitions. They are the two quests. Kind of like this has to be a dead end. This has to be a dead end, because it's kind of like the two quests. Dwarven treasure. Of course it has a stupid trap. History of the Grolm Wars. 50 shot. Dwarven amulet. Isn't this what we were looking for? A lot of money, of course. So we pick up all items. And yes, level 14 Dwarven Ghost has been updated. I just hope it's not bugged because we did the other thing first. Well, city. Oh. Can you keep going? No, this is pretty much the ending. They extinguish over there. This is pretty much the ending. Any other treasure? Dwarven treasure was there. Pretty self-explanatory. I love how it's a dice roll. Actually, they're probably the dice rolls of the real tabletop game, huh? Or some shit like that. But they should have numbers. All right, so this is the city. Very good representation, but very small. Yeah, there's the dice roll. I hope the other quest worked. Take the amulet to the ghost. The dwarven ghost won't find his peace until I return the amulet to him. I should leave the amulet next to his body when he can find it. Alright, and we close those. Where he can find it. Probably they try to say a bit of a translation issue there. Right, for that we would need to go back to the entrance of the dungeon, which is far away. History of the Grolm Wars. My dear, yes, we are reading, people. This time we are reading it because otherwise it will be terrible. Otherwise we won't have anything. History of the Grolm Wars. My dear diary, it has now already been 63 years since Nanos brought the baggage train all the way to the edge of the Grolm city. Because the other book that we looted was Very important to the key plot. There were only 2 books so far, so it has to be important. To the Grolm city. As the longtime residents told me, it's hard to believe that some have been doing their duty here from the beginning. I have only been here for a few rock formations cycles. And even if my sense of duty keeps me from bemoaning my fate, I must say that life here, so far away from home, is not a bowl of cherries. And it isn't even so much the distance that stirs a longing for Murolosh deep in my soul, but this bleak place itself. The caves here don't contain the rock as we know it from the Murolosh area, which is both smooth and warm. It is rugged, cold, and well-nigh metallic hardness. And of well-nigh metallic hardness. I don't like the rock here. Some of the sentinels say I'm exaggerating, but I, Herrngrosh, son of the Hargram, a fourth-generation stonemason, say this rock is not rock. It is an enemy. It is almost as if it rebels against my will to form it. Yet there is one good thing. There is scarcely any relevant ore in this meager rock. Neither iron, copper, or gold, or even diamonds that make a dwarf's heart beat faster. Nothing. That results in there being no necessity to penetrate farther into large expanses of this area. The passageways are already constructed and shaped so that my work is generally limited to a few repairs. Hold on a second, people. I want to check the stream if it's smooth, if it's working. Yeah, there it is. There's a bit of the usual delay, but it's working perfectly. Because in the other day, it wasn't perfectly. It would have cuts during the transmission in my stuff. Oh, I am weary. Tomorrow we will be. Sorry. Oh, I am weary. Tomorrow will be another early start, so I'll go get some sleep now. Night. Dear diary, how wonderful in the meantime I have become the handyman for everything. In addition to my stonemason's tasks, I run small errands, scrub the floor in the kitchen, and bring the guards their meals on the watch. The sentries are pleasant enough, but if only that fellow Garlosh from the observation deck wasn't around. I tell you he's not all there. If he gets on my back one more time, then I'll carve a new stupid grin on his face with my chisel. Where I have to go? Where have I got to? Sorry, where have I got to? He's always grousing at me. Asks if I have been sleeping under a stalactite so long that my head has been completely hollowed out by erosion. No matter how friendly I am to him, he has some mocking comment every single time. I can't abide that fella. Dear diary, 2 weeks have already gone by. Rumors about these small cursed dragon worshippers came to my ears today. They said to perform unnatural experiments deep in their caverns. They are talking about magical reanimations of the most loathsome type. I don't know what to make of it. I agree that my dwarven brothers can be quite peculiar. Nearly every single one of them carries a variety of talismans on them. Some are even downright paranoid. In addition, a hint of extreme religious zeal is always evident in their speech, so that you don't misunderstand me. I'm really an Angosh-fearing dwarf, but those guys seem to have lost some of their marbles. That is a most evil stain-based anagram. Well, I bet that's probably Dwarven language, but you can see the roots of I can detect the roots in some Germanic there. It's I bet it must mean something in German. I bet, or at least close to the concept. But I won't let it distract me. I don't have time to waste on such nonsense. I have other things to do. The 18 tables in the mess hall may be somewhat lower now, but at least the X marks aren't there anymore. That comes from the idiotic rationing of the beer that cost me 34 rock planning sheets. That damned stone. Dear Diary, for the last month I've been repairing the warped frames of the doors in the east wing of the weapons chamber. It's a mystery to me how stone can become that warped in such a short period of time, but nothing much that happens here surprises me anymore. Oh, by the way, we ran out of beer because the delivery from Murolosh didn't arrive. Good grief, who is actually in charge of organizing the supplies here? When I'm finished with the doors here, then I can go back to sanding in the mess hall. This isn't for me. I decided that I won't here stay. Probably a mistranslation to English. I've decided that I won't stay here much longer, probably. Never mind the guild regulations, I have no desire to waste the next 80 stone cycles at this job with these lunatics. I'll write a letter to my uncle so that he can push the guild master into authorizing my transfer to Murolosh. He has the right connections to do that. Dear, if only the days would go by faster. The short time I've spent here already uh, has because it's a singular. Yeah, the game has a lot of spelling mistakes from German to English. People remember that the original language of this game was German. The short time singular, so I've spent here has already or already yeah has already worn, like I correct these errors all the time in exams, me down like my great grandmother's minced mushroom pasties. Be that as it may, the worst part is that the commanding officer, Nanosh, has stuck me in Garlosh's job. That's the end of my transfer hopes. I would have to do this job until Garlosh can resume his duties, he told me. Now here I sit. I presume they wanted to say. Yeah, they did some translation issues here. Well, I presume it's the end of the game after that legendary skeleton Cyclops boss fight after all. Though we still have that Lich King that we have to beat there. And spend the whole shift at the big ballista. Starting out over the Grolm city as if anything at all had ever happened there within the last 20 stone cycles or so. The world is so cruel. Dear Diary, everything is quiet at my post. No movement on the other side. I don't even know what those Grolms look like, especially since it is so far away that you can hardly make anything out through the distance fog and rock formations. Only that pale yellow glow that shines through the darkness. You can't really call this line of work hard. I even get my meals brought to me. The old quartermaster relatives without touching. Hey, it fucking goes on. This is extremely long, but well, there's only been two books in this game. This one and the dragon one, so I better read them. The developers put in a lot of effort into this. It would be an absolute lack of respect to not see the lore that they created. He says I remind only two books, like in Baldur's Gate you get a lot of them. He says that I remind him of his nephew. If only it wasn't for this unending waiting for nothing to happen. At first it was still kind of fun, but after the first 9 hours that a little bit of a miracle disappeared. Well, I got through the other day, I wrote my report at the end of the day. She runs already. The other I think on my post. When I saw watering stone, falling to the monotonous stare that forces the last bit of fluid out of my eyes, out of your eyes. I would love to resend the steps of a ballista on the supply tunnel. The stone makes that build have been cross-eyed, possibly to Kosh Hill Country. Everything's crooked and skewed, polish against everything's right. Damn it, I want to hold in here. There's so many sentinels. I can see the I don't know what I tend to stride on. I eat the mess hole. Sentinel, maybe I could just break my leg or around in a patch of stinging toadstools. Again, Angus protect me. Then going on my post, I'm slowly starting to get mentioned to the after the commanding officer. How is I answer nothing to report, General Sir. Everything is quiet. He went on to the people here. My heart suddenly felt very heavy. Anguish. I had my post. I fired the ballista. Did nothing over there. Yes. Telling me the ball was full of fog. I could not know where it landed. The report says that the bowstring released because of poor maintenance. Oh, Angus be with me through Damp sleep wasn't word to me. For the last week, he doesn't put the food on the ballista. I mean, they put in a lot of effort with this one. It's the longest book, pretty much the only one besides the dragon. They put in a lot of effort in terms of the lore of the game here. It's very very detailed and feels very very kind of like real world, kind of like every day that he's mentioning. Way over to me, flourish the food. I'll read fast, people, for the YouTube all and everything, but still a lot of effort that I have to commend them for in terms of the analysis. In order to leave my post, I consider myself lucky. Lucky here, another mistake. The noun. They use the noun instead of the adverb. If the no, sorry, the adjective. If the ratbags have left anything, show the miserable rock and hunger will live for affiliation. The diary have been able to put a section of mushroom, blah blah blah, at the beginning of the staircase. What I can say, pride goeth before the wind, must come to pass on the cock of the malice. Angus punishes the mockers for when that's on the children, it's on him. Blah, blah, blah. Something is going on there, finally. Something is going on, people. Something on the horizon is going on, apparently. Something on the horizon is going on. Something is going on there. At the Grolm city. Oh, Angrosh, I shouldn't have fired the ballista. Early this morning, gigantic monoliths came from out of the darkness very slowly. They stayed just within sight, seeming to hover over the gorge. They were covered all over with glowing symbols. I immediately covered my face so that those magic symbols couldn't bewitch me and trigger an alarm. The whole stronghold mobilized. The two smaller ballistas were manned right away. Furthermore, 50 well-equipped dwarven shield bearers were stationed at the platform down along the winding staircase. I was recalled away from the ballista and given the task of replenishing the ammunition supply. Nothing else happened the rest of the day. The eerie thing about it all was that there was no sound while those gigantic blocks of stone were moving. None. No sails or ropes creaking, no sound of hoists or moving or other mechanisms. Only a very barely audible and pleasant hum. Hum, like humming, like they are moving. Maybe they'll go away in the face of a truly. When I first saw that verb, I remember it was. I was also shocked by it. A truly impressive display of brave, Angrosh-favored dwarven shieldbreakers. Yet a week has gone by, and the monoliths are still there, standing completely still in the distance. What can they possibly want? The shift changes have become torture. The crowding on the narrow platform can hardly get worse when one of those full fully armored, shield-bearing dwarves tries to squeeze by a dozen or more others, then that causes a certain amount of well, whatever they mistranslated that. I'm sure it sounded weird, especially when two or more troops met on the long winding staircase. One coming from the mess hall below and one from the top. You could see how frayed nerves are. It's the waiting for something, anything to happen. First day of battle. Oh, you have to be kidding me. First day of battle. Angrosh help us. They started their assault today. It didn't even take an hour for them to take over the platform. The ballistas caught it first. The winding staircase collapsed under the barrage, or the barrage, so that the lower part of the fort, which contained the supply room, was separated from the upper part. I'm no military expert, but the Grolms seemed to know exactly what they were doing. Doing? What they were doing. I would remove the ed there. It's not one of the common verbs that needs the simple past tense. Unless in that situation. What they were doing, it's kind of like past continuous. They were doing. I was to start wheeling up the passageways immediately. We could only hope that the bolted gates would hold long enough, and we succeeded. After that, it appeared that the Groms were not carrying out any further activities. Nanosh took advantage of the time and ordered barricades erected at all important strategic points. We worked with feverish haste all night long. Now I can get a little bit of a breather to write today's events down in my diary. I have to get some sleep now. I have only a couple of hours, because the next attack is expected soon. Angrosh, help us. Damn it, I can't sleep. I can't get those shapes and symbols out of my mind. It may be foolish, but I have to put this down on paper now. Ah, there we go. That one is correct. Because I haven't seen anything like it before. It started at the platform as they bombarded us with larger than dwarf-sized squared stones. But not the same way you think not the same way you think of us with a catapult. No, the stones floated in a straight line, progressing slowly our way. At first we didn't even notice them coming towards us. Those stones were not run-of-the-mill rough quarry stone that is normally used, but precision-crafted geometric objects. Each side is adorned with outlandish symbols. Shortly before they reached us, the projectiles began to rotate on their own axis. Probably they like axis like X and Y. That should be an I, not an E. Like that one is axe like the weapon, axis like the weapons. That should probably be an I, not an E. Turning faster and faster. You know what's the problem. I can't predict what was the problem there. You know that in Romance languages, in a lot of other cases, German is mixed in that sense. Um, in Romance languages, precisely, it's the opposite. The English I is actually pronounced as E. Is the opposite. So it probably has to do with that. Rotating relentlessly is what I would guess. I'm just inferring, but I could guess it. I've seen a lot of mistakes like that all the time in exams. They cut their way through the rampart walls, and what happened after that is beyond words. The projectiles started rotating. The projectiles rotating slowed to a standstill. So they were rotating, and then the squared stones stopped. And out of some of the triangular sides of these stones, other geometric forms suddenly grew, which in turn separated from the main objects and changed into small cubes. And yet another cube emerged from their side surfaces. This chain of cubes then grouped its way around the room like an arm. Those limbs are being carried by an invisible strap, and in the end anchored itself to the floor, wall, or ceiling. Eerie is all I can say. Apart from the damage to the stairs, walls, and floors, this thing was not the real problem. We ourselves were the problem. Suddenly I saw how some from our ranks sang their crossbows around, aimed at their neighbors, and shot the bolts. It was horrifying. Brother turned on brother. We weren't fighting our enemies, but against each other, so they went mad. All at once I saw how Commanding Officer Nanosh was standing stock still, staring at the ceiling directly above me. Following his gaze, I saw them. Small, scrawny little humanoids with with pale skin, I would say. Well, pallid. I never saw a style of writing it before. Pale skin, I would say. They weren't carrying any weapons, nor making any hectic gestures. They were not even moving, but only staring fixedly at us with their big eyes. Just as I could make out the 5 figures through the hole in the ceiling, one of them fixed his gaze on me. I wanted to turn away, but I couldn't. Suddenly a red-hot rage pulsed through my veins. and at that moment Nanosh snapped out of his daze. I was told later and ordered everyone to aim their crossbows at other targets. The next moment, 5 bolts skewed Grolm corpses fell at my feet. Suddenly, the nightmare was over. But it still took a few moments before some of the possessed dwarves shook off the enchantment. It was one of of those evil mind control spells that had put us in a very difficult situation. Just then, a new wave of enemies stepped up to the hole in the ceiling. Nanosh yelled, "Retreat! Retreat!" We stumbled hastily to the passageway and slammed the doors behind us. It's time for my shift again. May Angrosh guide me. Sixth day of battle. The stone barricades have been destroyed. No, they just melted away. All at once the cubes with their garish, glowing yellow symbols slowly started penetrating the outer walls. They emerged through the rock-like air bubbles in a buggy swamp. First one, then two, three, until finally the entire barricade was covered with them. The whole process didn't happen to take place with a lot of noise, as you would expect. No, soundlessly. The cubes took their positions at the wall in complete silence. Then nothing happened. No movement, not a sound. The intimidated sentinels withdrew deeper into the passage and dug themselves in at the entrance of the stairwell. An hour passed, then the symbols on the cubes began to pulsate. We prepared ourselves for an explosion, something akin to a fireball or a discharge similar to a lightning. Oh shit! To a lightning spell, but nothing of the kind happened. The rotating cubes simply floated upwards like a canopy being. What's going on? What's going on? Stupid antivirus updating or some shit like that. Like a canopy being pulled by a ghostly hand. The barricade had disappeared as if the stone had been siphoned off by the cubes. There was no time to think about how this witchcraft worked, for in the passage across from us were 24 Groms. This time they seemed not to be depending solely on their witchcraft. They wore light armor, but every one of them was carrying a weapon, each being more outlandish than the next. Sorry, people, it's a long reading. It's a long read. Naked hatred burned in their eyes, as if our people had been sworn enemies for centuries. They threw themselves at us as if driven by the fury of bloodlust. Always out. Sorry, it's a long read. Always outnumbering us, and 2 of them would clutch one of us while a third went at him with a weapon. They didn't seem to feel pain, at least not at first. Then after a few minutes their aggression seemed to melt away and they beat a hasty retreat with a hue and cry. But it didn't take long before the ones who had fled before would throw themselves back into the thick of the battle. It was a constant back and forth. We would just manage to beat them back when they advanced again, no matter how severely our axes and bolts had already wounded them. In the end, we were driven back further and further today. However, they were not able to get past the barricade with the ballista. 8th day of battle. They have also overrun the barricade at the cistern. We are forced to pull back more and more. More than half of our men are wounded. We've finished off a third of them. We are exhausted. The Grolm's constant attacks have already worn us down in this short period of time. I am no hero. I can stop them. We aren't any match for their fanatic quest to annihilate us. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. If I am going to die, or if Angrosh has other plans for his servant. I think it had an R there. But there is one thing I do know. Even if I'm no warrior and can't stop them with my axe, I must do everything I can to prevent these warlocks from going beyond this point. They may capture this stronghold, but they must be stopped here, because if they manage to reach the tunnel to Murolosh and go beyond it, then the Dwarven kingdom would be in serious danger. Our brothers wouldn't be equal to a surprise attack of this magnitude. There is only one chance. The mountain must help us to entomb them here. Angrosh, protect us. Oh well, that was a very long reading, people. Very, very long reading. Very well done. Very well done. Very, very well done. So I must say that they truly put in a lot of effort into creating all of this. Like, that was a real sized short, a real world short novel, pretty much, where they stopped them. The problem is that now I don't remember what we just looted that was so important. The Dwarven amulet, right? Yeah, the Dwarven amulet that we have to place at the corpse of the guy. Okay, only one way to go then. Only one way to go. No, not that one. So then you do the Cyclops fight that we did. There's the corpse. There's the corpse. So this fight is mandatory. That fight is mandatory, people. Hey, this dungeon is reaching the 8-hour mark. Like, this is on par with Hellgate London's Westminster Catacombs. That is so brutal. Pretty much. Pretty much. Damn it. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now we are descending into the belly of the beast, people. We are pretty much descending into the belly of the beast. Or are we returning to the previous location? I think we're returning to the previous location. Ominous door in front of us. I think we're just returning to the previous location with the amulet, huh? I think we're just returning to the previous location with the amulet. I don't see how this would be different. Like, just in case I'll buff my party. Just in case, let me reactivate that summon. Oh, damn it. So they died containing those Grolms. Very good description, by the way. Well. Traps. Traps, severe gangrene, poison and wounds. Oh, it tests both of your. If you have both Golmon tea or bandages. And I'm running out of anti-poison. I'll need more Golmon tea once we return to the surface, if we ever do it. Rope winch. There we go. There we go. Nicely done. So we return and place the amulet, right? Alright, so we return to the initial level. Another stupid trap. And here they come. Good. Well, luckily I buffed my party. There we go. I wonder what's the purpose of these Grolms here. No poison. Good. Oh, we're still in combat. How are we still in combat? I see nothing. I see no. I don't see a single more enemy. Fire moths. What? You can keep going? This a joke? It will fail to collect that. It needs herbalism or some shit like that. Oh well, I'll have to presume it's a dead end. Alright, guess we have to go back to the surface now. But we didn't get to fight that leech. He mentioned, yeah, that's the exit, pretty much. It's pretty much the exit, guys. It's pretty much the exit. Yes, Cyclopean round. So we deposit the amulet. We return to we return to the corpse of the dwarf that was down there. Oh. Why are they so nasty? There's the corpse. What now? Well, you don't scare me. Those ghosts are weaker than the real Grolms. Pretty much. There, around the corpse of the dwarf. Around the dwarf corpse. Oh. Go, go. Hell yeah, I did. Here, take it, proud dwarven ghost. But I can hold it. I'm a ghost. Place it alongside my corpse where it belongs. So be it. I hope you can find your rest at last. Rest? Ah, I have wasted such a long time now. Everything will be alright. Thank you. You have my blessing. May you meet with more success in these caverns than I once did. Thank you. May the amulet bring you peace. And what now? What now? You just run here and get out. Get out of here. You have to still deal with the Grolms. I'll kill them. No, I cannot leave this like. Here we go. So can you endlessly farm this shit? I know they automatically kill. Get out of there. Or what? They automatically kill or what? Or is a stun or what? They just keep coming. No, I shouldn't. You would be able to endlessly farm. Good. Very well done. Alright. Alright, looks like it wasn't the end. Did I do all of the quests? Through the firewalls. Find the adamantine heart. Gruldur. Find the helm. Take the amulet to the ghost. Oh, I did it. Return to his home. To the ancestor. But the adamantine heart isn't there. You will permanently leave deeps of Gruldur. No, of course, but let me save before I go. See if any quest was failed. I don't think so. I did everything. I mean, it cannot be that I missed to loot the adamantine heart because it's the main plot of the game. What? Failed the quest? Dwarven ghost? What if I did it? I ran out of time to find the amulet of the ghost. What? But if I did it? I didn't place it. I didn't place it. I didn't place it. See why people. See why people. See why people. See why. Why I didn't place it. Probably I have to place it there. Have to place it like this. Like that. There you go. Have to place it. Okay. Well, but the adamantine heart isn't here. Let's see now. I shouldn't fail any quest. Perfect. Perfect.
What lunacy! While you were away, the king, Drakensang, went stark raven mad, and many other dwarves with him. They have begun attacking their brothers.
What we read in the book. See why it was an important plot point? Yes, it's part of what they do. How on earth could that happen? Could that happen? No. It's as though the murderous rage of our fallen enemies reaching out to grasp our very souls. Soul Graxis is armed to find out the ghost of this calendar. He wants to meet you outside the throne room. Take you there at once. Yes, let's go. Yes, it's what we read in the legend. They started driving everyone mad. My bear is probably blocking. Have you managed to find out why King AROMBOLOSH is behaving so strangely? Karosh, Robosh, Hortinam, and Grosh in his strange mood began shortly after you accompanied Prince Aram to Murolosh. I fear that the dragon's carbuncle may be the cause of all this. The Soulstone, but how? According to your story, the dragon was a deranged and wild creature, and now our good King AROMBOLOSH wears the dragon's carbuncle in his crown. Furthermore, this terrible curse seems only to have afflicted those dwarves who spend much of their time in the throne room with the king and the Soulstone. Hey, very well, very cohesive. How they develop this storyline, very cohesive. Oh, the foul treachery fiddle. Do you think that removing the carbuncle will lift the curse? We can only pray that it will. Prince Aram and I managed to lock the king and his guards in the throne room. Their conduct was shocking. Prince Aram's dragon slayers are on guard at the throne room. They will let you in. Once you are ready to enter the throne, you will have to wear King AROMBOLOSH down until you can strike the stone from his crown. And what should I do with the stone? Destroy it, of course. You really want me to attack and perhaps even kill the dwarves in the throne room. I'm afraid we don't have any other choice. By Angrosh, see, there's the R. We will just have to hope that we can save their lives once the battle is won. But who knows how many more will die if we hesitate now. How many dwarven warriors are in the throne? There are probably more than a dozen, but I am not entirely sure. We will have to be prepared for a ferocious fight. What should I do with the stone? Try not to touch it or you will be its next victim. Just wait for me. It's now or never. Okay. Okay, Zolgorax.
Please bring King AROMBOLOSH back.
Yeah, they had a problem with the camera there. Okay, it's the same curse that befallen that had befallen to the dwarves there in the catacombs. That had befallen to the dwarves there. See there, the stream stopped working there. So nasty there. It's there we go. And I'll reload the player there. I need to be able to watch my own stream, people. Otherwise, how do I know if it's working smoothly or not? Need to know if it's working smoothly or not. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why it happens. I don't know why it happens constantly. There we go. There we go. Aram? Raka, what is...
What a shambles!
Prince Aram, how's the situation? Master Soul, I told me everything, don't you worry, I'll try to bring him to his senses. Go now, the God will let you in, I mean, I'll pray to the king. No, friend, I can raise my hand against my father and king. I beg you, do that of me. And if that you are willing to take on this sorry task, I could never do it myself. Yeah, so don't worry, I return with the news soon. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay.
Angrosh be with you. The door is bolted, but there are alarming noises coming from the hall. We've been able to keep this secret from the people so far, but it's getting more and more difficult.
Can you help us fight? No, the very idea of attacking our own king is simply unthinkable, even if he is under the sway of some soul, of some foul demon. I think I speak for all of us when I say I truly think for the I fear not I will solve this problem for you. Close the door behind you. No, wait, there's something I want to do first. Precisely. What I want to do... No. Let me cast my buffs. First, let me cast my buffs. First, people. Let me cast my buffs. First, let me check that if this is now working. Is it working now? Let me check that. Let me check if it's working now, because it was kind of like stopped. It kind of like stopped there. It's kind of like stopped there. Let me stop for a sec. There we go. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Let me... Yeah, perfect. Magnificent. There we go. Fastness of body. Fastness of body again. Oh. Let's go for that one. Then let's go for this one. Let me apply all of them. 4 Grim and 2 Troll Bar. There we go. No, well, that's summon. No. Resummon. Resummon. There we go. Go, back up. Yes, let's go. Anyways, I saved. Alright. Insane Guard. Well...
Leave that before. Let's go. Keep behind me. To your order. Keep close behind me.
Formation, let's go. Prepare a second one. Should be enough. That was close. We got this.
Axe to flesh. At your command. Encircle.
It can be. Cannot be that difficult. 2 experience points. I love it. I love it. 2 experience points. Oh, that was a pretty good hit. That was a pretty good hit. Keep going, just mighty blow should be enough. Hope we are not killing them all. Poor dwarven guards. What? I told you to use that one. Told you to use Master Marksman. There we go. Rain of Arrows. There we go. Easy. Barely scratched. Reactivate summon because we're still in combat. Oh well, not anymore. I think there's more of them up ahead. There's more of them up ahead. That should do it. There we go. This one. No, summon. There we go. Get off there. Reapply here. Reapply here. Reapply here, here, here. God damn it, Gwendola. That stupid knockdown. But anyways, they shouldn't pose a threat. The Grolms were much more dangerous. In that sense, the game has stayed consistent. The game has stayed very consistent in terms of which groups have the highest difficulty. Alright, I ran out of energy. Then let's go for spells. Of endurance, in this case. In that case, of endurance. Oh, insane AROMBOLOSH. Ah, there we go. And he's going for a win, of course. Oh well, whatever. Do you have Passions of Body? It shouldn't be a problem. 250. There. Apply. We'll go for that one. I should do it. I don't know if we want to kill him or what. And the arrow of course failed because of the distance there. Should be more than enough. Hope he's not dead.
Must have been mad.
Your Majesty was bewitched by a demon that slumbered within the carbuncle. Oh, it's like Diablo. But that is all over now. The stone has been smashed to pieces. Yes, I remember the evil spirit in the stone. I didn't realize that it was clouding my mind at first, and then it turned me into a marionette. Oh, the shame, Kang. You ridicule me while I... People with treachery. The creature told me how the dragon cultists met in the ruins of the castle. And summoned him to become of a young dragon. Sensing the demon inside his head, the dragon fell into a violent rage. But the demon merely gloated over its deranged antics. The demon knew that sooner or later our dragon slayers would come to kill the lion orb. And I was foolish enough to have the stone set in my crown. It was all an evil plan hatched by our enemies. The demon was to be the downfall of Murolosh. You have helped us again in race. Hey, what time is it? I still have some time. Oh, what connected? You'll always find refuge and a place of honor here in these halls. Go to the quartermaster and he will give you another piece of treasure. You are too generous, AROMBOLOSH. I thank you for your kind offer. I see that you have found the Helm of Fire. We can turn your item into a complete item that will serve you well on your quest. Do you have any other wishes? Turn your item into a complete. I came here to explore the caves below Murolosh and to retrieve an ancient treasure that the dragon cultists also seek, the adamantine heart. The wearer of this mighty armor can pass unharmed through the firefalls of Algormosh and enter the ancient caves. It is my desire to enter the caves. Ah, while I was under the influence of that demonic creature, I refused your request to enter the caves. Now you have rescued me from its clutches, I can gladly give you my permission. May you find whatever it is that these dragon worshippers seek. Solgorax, what do you know about these firefalls? My king, I have studied treasures Aldesia's notes at length, and I have made a number of interesting and favorable discoveries. The teleportation platform that she uncovered is connected to several locations. The teleporter is powered by these obsidian discs, which are consumed in the process. Patience, friends. When we found the obsidian disc, I had the strange feeling that I had seen something similar before. It would appear that the Angroshim discovered a similar object during excavations a long time ago. I took the obsidian discs and used them to open another portal. Did you pass through the portal? What was on the other side? The portal is different than to the one you used. It radiates an intense heat, and I suspect that it is somehow related to the firefalls that you wish to cross through. Then, the more time I spent studying the ancient records, the more convinced I was that they refer to this portal and not to the real firefalls of Algormosh. Do you think that I can use the portal to reach Aldesia's chambers behind the firefalls? Yes, I think so. In fact, I'm sure you can. The portal is connected to the firefalls, and it radiates an intense heat capable of incinerating any living creature that dares to approach it. But you will be able to pass through the portal unscathed wearing the armor of fire. I'm quite sure of that. The armor of fire is the key to this mystery. It all makes sense. The Oracle of Hesinde has guided me on my journey and given me everything that I need to face the challenge ahead. Verily, this path is your destiny and victory your fate. I have no time to lose. Thank you for everything. Oh, righty then. We did it. We did it. We did it, people. Alright. Pretty much. We can go to the treasure and get an extra piece of gear, I guess. An extra piece of gear. And hey, the armor of fire. Did my armor get upgraded? Ah, yeah. My armor was upgraded now. I think my armor was upgraded. What? What's this shit? Armor of fire. Helm immunity to knockdown, strength balance, dexterity. But it's complete now. Alright, it's only one sheet. Okay. It's only one. It's only one. Alright, it's complete, but what did it need to be complete? The greaves. I think it was more powerful before. What's the meaning of this? Well, pretty much the only thing we can use, and I didn't use it. Yes, I'll escort you outside. We first need to get our treasure. First, we need to get our treasure. Alright, the armor of fire. Perhaps I can get a new sword or something. Hey, it's now nice touches there. They illuminated it. Look at that. That looks very good. Treasure. I can pick another one. Another reward.
Friend of Murolosh, I hear that the king has promised you a valuable artifact from the arsenal as a sign of our gratitude. Tell me, what is your desire?
A better short sword, perhaps? The father of all hammers? No. A battle axe. Magical powers. Strength. I tried this ring. It's not that good. I mean, well, a battle axe with magical powers. Yeah, this is not that much of a difference. I'll grab the battle axe. Thank you.
Yaroshev, you speak Rogaland, don't you?
To its worst descendants, there we go. Helmish, astonishing, he's only belonged to Rumbard, son of Ragimore. My great angle. I found the helmet in a bricked-off passageway. Apparently, Rumbard managed to find his way into the caves that had been sealed off. He seems to have fallen victim to the undead Grolms that dwell in the caves. What did I take pride in memory until we never knew what happened to Rumbard, and we were unable to decorate his gravestone with a suitable inscription. Now we know a small sum of money. No, not really. There we go. So I'll give Forgrim the magical hammer of his ancestors or whatever. If I was given it, this one, Kangroshia. Nicely done, this battle axe. Maces and axes were together, right, in terms of proficiencies, of combat proficiencies. Maces and axes. Perfect. So maces and axes. This is an axe, right? One dice roll plus 6. It's one more. Good. Oh well. Yeah, but this one has a chance of inflicting wounds. It's more important. In fact, Traveler from Draken, which is the one? This one, Tuskar. This is Traveler's sword. It has one more dice roll.
What are your orders?
There we go. Perfect.
Step right.
Well, maybe I can get rid of all of this shit. I don't know what's the point of this line on head of carrying those things with me. These are for the crafting system of the game. I honestly don't care. Pellets, no. Venom sack, no. Let me just remove heavy duty leather pants. I don't need them anymore, but well. Now I'll give them to Gwendolyn or something. Dragon's Spit Trap. That is probably useful for someone who cares about that. Blood leeching jar. Breaks down poisons. Okay. Golden tea? Do you have golden tea? I need golden tea. No, you don't have the golden tea. That's terrible. Gemstones. Yeah, this is all for crafting shit. I don't care. I don't care at all. Old leaf. Olds. Orange steel. Magic amulet not identified. I didn't know that identifying was a thing in this game. So useless lockpicks, we don't need them anymore. 2 fire arrows serves no purpose, I'm sorry. Only 2 war arrow, that one could do it. 6 poison arrows, magic potion. 1 arrow. Tinobel's arrows. we go, more or less. Ah, you got some arrows there. Dragon Tooth, Master Sword, blah 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 blah. I must be millionaire by now, yeah I am. Yeah, this is for crafting. I guess the Cyclops' skull there serves a purpose. Yeah, I need perfume and, well, poison of any kinds. Don't you have something that removes the rotten stink? Well, well, people, guess this is it for today. I will just think of it. Just think of it that the stream has already finished, and I will simply let you know. And I will simply do the shopping that I require for next time. We'll do the shopping in case you're interested about the system, but well, pretty much for now, we've already, there we go, the arrows. 3 stacks, so we don't run out of those ever again for a long time. There we go. So yeah, today we analyzed the difficulty that the game has. Pretty much. As you could see right now, it's how do you identify item? I think I can do it with my arcane 8 shard amulet of protection. 8 shard amulet of protection. What's this? A silver amulet with a precious sapphire at its center. 8 small rubies. Immunity to poison. Wow, that's very good. That's very good. Would have been useful against the Grolms, but well, still very good. Immunity to poison, very good, if you ask me. All right. Ah, you're still alive.
Thank you so much. You're a true friend.
Thank you. Please take this ring. Okay. Thank you for what you do now. I'm not sure. I think it's more than that. I don't want to perform it here anymore. Well, we should not travel. We should lack on new troubles. We got the ring for doing all of that. Was her magical? Oh, not identified. A ring of life. Vitality plus 10. Oh. Endurance, max endurance plus 10. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Ring of life. You certainly need it, Troller. Yeah, good. So that's how they score so high in terms of vitality, the warriors. Because of the rings. Because of the rings. It's because of those. Gwendola? Agility and dexterity. Dexterity. This one? Only dexterity. Okay. Get the point. 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. Good. Magnificent. Good. Let's see what else we can find here.
Welcome to my humble tavern.
Already done those quests. No, only beer here to buy.
Greetings,
Girling, do you sell?
So, we meet again. You found the...
To do so, I need to extend something that I hate, but I would rather you on the other hand. You can find some more moves with some connections between several funds and matters in a delicate manner. You just have all that you have to do is to read the books and then report to me. Maybe angry.
Thanks be with you, dragon.
Well, I guess we can grab the quest and then decide what to do. Blacksmith. It's not that. It's not, it's not that good. Not that good at all. It's not that good at all. Oh well. I wonder if I... Maybe you sell that stuff.
I hear that it was down to your courageous intervention
They recycled
that
here.
Murolosh didn't come off.
But you don't sell anything. How can I get rid of the stupid rotten stink? Otherwise I have to go back to...
Oh no, you're nowhere in Murolosh.
death. Well, there's another small quest. Yeah. But they don't sell any stuff to remove that. And certainly there's no other trainer down here. Alright. We'll figure out what to do next time, people. We'll figure out what to do next time. It's already way too late for me. People, it's been my pleasure. My pleasure sharing with you day number 18 of Metaphysical Analysis of Drakensang 1, The Dark Eye. It's been my pleasure sharing this 18th day of analysis with you. It's been my pleasure sharing this 18th day of analysis with you. As always, special thanks to Discord members and Twitch followers from the bottom of my heart for continuously supporting the channel and checking out my crazy metaphysical reviews from the bottom of my heart. You always encourage me to continue showcasing all of the forgotten gems, all of these forgotten gems that certainly deserved much more praise back in the day. We'll continue with Star Wars: The Old Republic on Thursday. We'll begin Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion. We'll begin those, and then we will continue here. Looks like it wasn't the final dungeon. Looks like it wasn't the final dungeon. Looks like the game still has more in it. So very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. So we'll continue with Star Wars: The Republic on Thursday with that, and then Drakensang on Tuesday. Thanks to YouTube subscribers also from the bottom of my heart, but as always, a special thanks to Twitch, Twitch followers and Discord members. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. See you all in the next time, people. See you all in the next time, people. Oh, okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. See See you all in the next time, people. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you have a great weekend. I have some matters to attend to, as you can see. Hope you have a great weekend, and see you all on Tuesday. See you all on Tuesday, people. See you all on Tuesday. It's been a pleasure. There we go.